today we have a producer, DJ, and musician, maybe, extraordinaire on the couch.
Stop that.
His name is Maurice Fulton. He lives in Sheffield currently, lived everywhere else in this world, and please give him a warm welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Maurice, before we start doing a little bit of a hands-on session, we should maybe talk a bit about where you're coming from musically and what were your formative experiences in the world of merry music.
Musically, I come from funk.
Funk, like Funk in Parliament.
George Clinton.
Funkadelic.
I don't know if you're familiar with Parliament Funkadelic. If yes, especially Funkadelic. That's like what got me into music. Period.
What's the difference between Funkadelic and Parliament?
Well, Funkadelic was more rock,
yeah.
Hard rock, and Parliament was like soul with a lot of horns. If y'all noticed that.
Probably.
And first record I ever bought was a Funkadelic record. It's Let's Take It to the Stage. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that record. That's like my favorite record on this planet.
Do you have it with you, maybe?
Ooh, no. I have one song on CD. It's called Better by the Pound. It's like a dance.
Yeah.
Some sort of dance record. Yeah.
So maybe we should just play it for a bit?
Okay, well.
Yeah?
You can still talk while I find it. Yeah. Okay.
So, and what was the next step from Funkadelic? Like you started collecting records then, or?
My brothers was in the music. It was in a lot of stuff, a lot of R&B stuff, but mostly Funkadelic was in rotation. So
you you were abusing your brother's record collection?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
oh,
heavily.
Yes. Every chance I get when he wasn't home, yeah.
And what time was this then? What are we talking about?
That's the mid-'70s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you're a DJ too then, right?
Yeah, I started in the early 80s. It's pretty much, I had 2 turntables, but there wasn't like techniques or anything with pitch. It was Fisher. I don't know if y'all familiar with that brand, where they had, you can stack 45s on top, and it had 3 speeds, 33, 45, and 78. And it was like a wooden thing. And I had 2 of them with no pitch. And it was pretty interesting, because you can get creative when you don't have, you know, the usual tools.
Yeah. So you had to use your hands a lot, huh?
Oh, yes. That's how I learned how to touch the label to make it slow down.
Yeah.
And you can get, like, certain different sounds, you know. You touch it a little bit hard and get that love that. And, yeah, that's basically how I started. And just practice, constantly practice. Because with that equipment, I couldn't do too much. And when I used my friends come over, they all laughed at me because of my equipment. Now I understand why, you know. But I just practiced for a whole year, scratching and cutting and vacuuming. And I got good.
And do you remember the first party you played?
Yes, it was a waistline party in Baltimore. What I mean by waistline party is like you pay like your measurements. When you go to the door, the guy have a tape measurement, and he'll measure your waist. And if you were thin, you know, you paid little money.
So you better be a skinny dude if you want to go to a waistline party?
No, because we always like the big ones, because they party. They really party. So Throw the skinny ones.
I mean, they paid a lot of money to party, of course.
Well, not if we like you, you know. You come in free.
Okay.
But that was the first party. Yeah, it was a good party.
And your name back then as a DJ?
I used to call myself Dr. Scratch. Don't ask me where it come from. I don't know. But I just thought it sounded good.
But I distracted you now from looking for that Funkadelic tune, right?
That's right. Sorry. Let's see here. All right, just to show you, I'm going through all these CDs. It's a lot of CDs here. This is like my set, DJ set, because I don't play vinyl. Because I find it, I'm not a bad vinyl hater. I love vinyl, but when you're traveling, it gets kind of expensive for extra luggage, and I like to carry a whole lot of records. And I found this to be the cheapest way, just to carry CDs. And plus, they sound better.
Yeah?
To me.
Really?
CDs don't scratch. You know, you don't hear no pops in CDs. You know.
Because that's usually the argument of the vinyl lover, that it sounds so good, you know, vinyl.
I love digital, you know. I thank God for digital. It's in here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, man. A lot of stuff.
With vinyl, you could look for the record sleeve now, you know.
Sorry?
With vinyl, you could look for the sleeve now.
Yeah, it would be bigger, and I could see it bigger, but my handwriting is atrocious, so it'll take me some time. But I know it's here. Just have to find it. Oh, where is it? I don't think I brought it with me.
Oh, too bad.
Sorry. Sorry about that.
So, no Funkadelic now, but yeah, from Baltimore and Dr. Scratch to New York then, right?
Yes.
You were influenced by what was happening in that, whatever you want to call it, New York dance culture thing?
Well, at first, moved to New York. I think the biggest thing was Masters at Work. They was ruling New York, and that sound.
Like early 90s then?
Yeah. And got me interested to go to the clubs to see what was happening. And I think the Sound Factory Bar and Shelter was big at the time. Started going. Started dancing, started partying. Good move.
And you started to produce then yourself, right? Or you were already a producer by then?
I was already a producer because I worked with the Basement Boys.
Which is a production team?
Yeah, it's a production team, 3 people. And I felt that I was being not hold back, but I was losing creativity because I was only doing one style of music.
Mm. They were very much into that garage, vocal,
gospel house
kind of thing.
And I wanted to do more. I wanted to do all types of music. So that's why I went to New York and discovered it.
Okay. So maybe we should play then some of your tracks you're doing right now to give people like an idea of what Maurice Fulton is about.
Okay. Before I play this track, let me just explain something. I do many different types of music, and the first, what I'm gonna play is the new Mu, which is The song is called No More Fake Tits.
So, Mu is actually your wife, right? And
Yes.
You're doing this project together and went from punk to country now.
Well, not only country, it's a lot more other stuff. We do all types of music, but the main influence is punk. And it's another track I wanted to play. It's Kathy Diamond. Wanted to do a different style of music. Let me hear it first. Where is it?
So you like to work with vocalists, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Vocalists, bands, MCs, country stars. Everybody.
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 And if you could, we wanted to work the kids through a track, right? So how you
Oh, okay. I was just gonna
put together your music.
Some stuff I do some techno dance, and most of it I do from the computer. And I was just going to run through how I produce a beat or make beats. And the first, I like to start off with a kick, like a mean kick. Like a kick that's so hard that if it was a bowling ball, strike, knock down the pins. So we'll start with that first.
And if you guys have any questions throughout the process, please ask.
Well, should we do the questions now?
No, I mean, if they have a question, how you do it, you know?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let me get the click things together. Okay. And then, let's get it. Does that sound a bit fast? The click? Yeah? No? Not fast? Should it be more fast? I can make it slow or fast if you want. We'll keep it slow for now. Okay. Then, let's see. The next I like to start off with hats. Preferably like 808 hats because they're more crispier. I'll just lay that down. Something sound not quantized to me. How about to you? Okay, I thought I was going crazy, but I'm not now. I want to thank y'all for that. Let's take, I don't know, how many people work with Logic Pro 7? Number of hands? Not that many people that work with Logic Pro 7? Most people, do you work with Pro Tools? Only one? One. So we have more Logic people than Pro Tools, I guess. So this should be easy. I don't know if you're familiar with the MIDI page. I don't know if you can see it up on there. Yeah. This is where the program gets fun and time-consuming for me, because it's easy just laying down, you know, a kick and copy it and put it on every fourth bar. But let's see how the hats look. They look pretty greeny and yellowy, don't they? Yeah. Ooh, some of these hats don't look so good. Yeah, I think, yeah, move that there. I don't know. There. Move that. Let me see. Oop. Wrong button. See how it sounds. Yes, that kick sounds like it's out of place. I can see it. That one. Let's see. Oh, so many out of kicks. Oh, look horrible. Okay. Okay. All right. Add the snare. Let's see. That sounds good. All right. Right now, I just recorded just a regular drum pattern. But this where the magic happens, right here. So all through this little greeny and yellow thingies. I'm not like I don't know the correct terms for this colorful stuff here. So if anybody could help me, what this called? Anybody? No one? So no one knows just like me. Oh, this is good. It's even better. All right. Velocity? Okay, thank you for that. Velocity, just learned something new. All right, for the velocity, sometimes at certain points of the drum pattern, like, I like to triple it. Because right now, like, I have quantized on 4/4/16. If I want to make that extra like stutter sound, I'll switch it to 24 or 32. 32 to me sounds more sexier because it got that stutter step sound, which I'll demonstrate. Let's move that there. Oop, sorry. Let's try again. And you can do that with mostly any instruments. And then let's try it with the snare. See how that sounds. Maybe interesting, maybe not. We will soon see. All right. Now, let's try it. Let's try a bass line. And what I found more useful would be the Logic. They have some extra synths, which I like. And this make a bass sound. sound nasty. What do you think? Switch it back to 16, and we should be okay. I'll just put anything down for the moment, but I wanted to show you how to make those high-pitched squeak sounds with this Logic synth. It's this thing, the glide, which I really love, because it makes everything trippy. And then I'll go into the velocity, okay, and try to build up from there. Any questions?
Is it transposition or velocity?
Sorry?
Is it transposition or velocity?
Well, it's in the, what you call velocity. It's like playing from a key from here.
This is transposition.
I don't understand.
The velocity was the different colors represent how hard you hit the key. The volume of what you hit the key, that's why it's yellow or green or dark green. But then changing where the note sits is changing the transposition of what you're writing.
Oh, I didn't know that. I had no idea. I don't basically concern on like how hard I hit the key, because you can fix it in the velocity, correct? So really doesn't matter. You know, you can hit it soft or light. It still sounds the same to me. Any more questions?
So you would say those are the merits of modern technology, and the music you do would sound very different if you would just use analog equipment, or?
Well, I don't use, for synth sounds, I don't use analog equipment because synth sounds good to me. And plus is, you can carry a computer around much more than you can carry a Korg synth around, you know, or a Moog synth around to do music. I like things compact. Yeah.
But if you, for instance, produce an album, which you did quite a lot,
Synth sounds.
synth sounds.
You know, only the live stuff, analog stuff I use is like the bass guitar or the drum. Mm-hmm. Every synth sound is the computer.
And do you play bass and
Yes.
drums yourself?
Yes, but like, if I can't play it, I'm not a good drummer and I'm not a good bassist. So I like to hire people who are good drummers and bassists.
So if you do an album with like Casey Diamond, for instance,
I hire people.
you have a real studio session going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of work for me to do.
Yeah. And you just work then as the quote-unquote arranger, producer.
Yeah, I put it directly into the computer and arrange everything and mix it down.
And yeah, how long does it take for you to record an album
Well,
with like vocalists and musicians and all that?
Well, you see how long it took me to do that. But to do an album,
It was pretty fast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Beats I can do pretty quick, but mixing, it takes a while because you have to plan how you want each sound to go. Like if you want a delay on certain parts or a verb on certain parts, it takes time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And do you still use samples when you do music?
Oh no, oh no. Oh. And I tell you why. And I think in the late No, mid-90s. I did a record on a Basement Boy label called Kong. I don't know if y'all familiar with that. But it had the sample of Jimmy Castor bunch I took from King Kong. The part goes, "Come and saw me, Kong." Jimmy Castor heard that, and they sued me for $2,000. And ever since then, I never sampled anything else again. But I think it's a blessing in disguise, because if he never sued me, I would have still been using samples. So I'm kind of glad he did, so I don't have to use samples and I don't have to go to court and anything like that no more.
So your music would sound different today with samples all over?
Yes.
You think it made you getting more creative?
Without the samples, yes.
Yeah.
Because a sample, you can only do so much. You can filter it, you can cut it, play it backwards, slow it down, speed it up. But if you play a sound and you can add melody, you can't do that with samples too much, unless you buy expensive programs to do that. Yeah.
And with the beat you just did now, where would you take it to if you go further now to flesh it out?
Should we see?
Yeah, maybe.
All right, let's hear what we got. What do you think I should add? What do you think I should add? Should I add keys? Should I add pads? Should I slow it? Pads, please? You got it, Missy. All right. Let's see what I'll bring up. It would be... It would go further, but I need another smoke to, enhance the furtherability. Could I say that?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Everything will be cut out afterwards.
Any other questions?
So with a track like this, that's very different to the Moo track we heard.
Well, I have tracks like that
this, yeah.
on the Moo album.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And she sings about it?
Well, she yells about it or screams about it, yeah.
Okay. And how would you compare your being a producer thing to your DJ life then? It goes hand in hand, or is it two different affairs?
It's two different love and hate, because with DJing, it's sometimes, no, all the times, it's challenging. But sometimes when you go to certain clubs, you get these DJ divas that like to do stuff their way. And then when that happens, it puts me off of DJing, and then I make music. And then when music puts me off, like when you deal with certain labels, that's why I want to mention, if you do music, get publishing. Please get publishing. Because some record companies will fuck you and will take your money. But if you have publishing, you can at least get a little bit of something. And if, like, the record company don't pay publishing, you can tell them.
So how often did this happen to you then?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, many times. I don't want to mention names, but I'm pretty sure y'all know I had problems with Tiger Sushi.
So, what to do about it then? Get a lawyer, sue them?
Yeah, you can. There'll be a lot of money,
Yeah.
waste of money. So the best thing would be just get publishing. Let the publishing sue them.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be the best way. You don't have to pay much money. Your publisher do all that. And plus you get a little bit of money that you made.
And can you elaborate on that DJ diva thing a bit more? What you mean with it exactly? The challenge of DJing in a club?
Oh, challenge of DJing is excellent for me because I don't know none of the people. And I have no idea what they like. And sometimes when I play, it's a good party. And other times it's not.
So you would argue that it was a better time for DJing when you had like your own club, being there for like 8 hours on Friday, Saturday,
it's
and
the same.
being an edutainer?
It's the same because every weekend, sometimes it's different people, sometimes it's the same. You don't know, you know, and it's just get challenging just trying to put people on the new music or classics. Sometimes they be accepted, sometimes they not.
When you play a lot of classics, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that? I mean, people could argue, all this boring old music, we want to hear new stuff, you know?
I try to mix it up a little bit, but certain classics I just like to hear in the club, very loud.
So could you maybe show us one of your...
Okay, let's see what we have here. Ah, that's a good classic.
And if you say classics, I mean, what kind of classics? Universal classics or like classics that have been coined at a certain time and place?
Like Paradise Garage classics.
So you went there? Or
I was a Zanzibar head. I was a Tony Humphries head.
Zanzibar was the club in Jersey, right?
Yes. That was like my Paradise Garage for me. Tony Humphries was God to me.
Yeah.
He played mostly a lot of Italian disco records and classics.
And what was so special about the club? Or
The sound system, my goodness. The bass. And at a certain point, when the club get really, really packed and full, in the middle of the floor would curve, would bounce. So if you're dancing, you'd be bouncing at the same time, which was excellent. That's why I love that club.
how often did you go there?
Oh, every Wednesday.
And you made the trip from Baltimore to Jersey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which takes about how long?
About 3 hours.
To get there?
Yes.
And 3 hours to get back?
Yeah.
That's dedication then.
That was fun.
And yeah, if you talk about Tony Humphries playing Italian stuff.
Yeah, he get these records where no one have, months before they come out. No one knew what he was playing. That's what made it special.
Mm. And do you have something of that with you? Like that Italian kind of stuff that was influential for you?
I think I do.
And do you think it has changed to looking at places like Zanzibar back then to
Oh, yes.
clubs right now?
Yes, because of the music. There's so many different categories now, you know. When at the Zanzibar, they played all kinds. But now they have, some clubs have just play a certain type of music, like trance or R&B, hip-hop.
Or electroclash?
Electroclash.
That's your favorite genre, right?
What, electroclash?
Of all the subgenres?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I meant this with a little bit tongue-in-cheek.
Well, we on camera, you know. I'm not going to say it tongue-in-cheek. Let's see here. Where is it? Where is it? Somewhere in here.
You quantize the disco stuff before you DJ it?
Do I quantize?
Like, make sure it's all on the one.
No, not at all. Nothing.
So you have to surf the pitch, huh?
I play like this. I have to fight the pitch all the time.
Makes it a bit more lively then, right?
Oh, yeah. Because I see some DJs play with a computer or laptop. I just play with CDs and a CD player. Where is it? Where is it?
Yeah, you didn't get into the, like, laptop DJing yet with Final
No.
Stage? Or
No,
why?
because that looks confusing to me. I like to be able to put in a CD, press track search, and play. Sometimes pitch. But with the computer, I guess you have to set up a program and all that. Too much time for me. Where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. Do not know. Any other questions? What I try to find? It's a very quiet audience today, with no questions.
How much time do you spend with music throughout the day then?
Maybe, let's see. I guess about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Not more?
No.
I always thought you were like this 12-hour guy, you know, just doing nothing but music all day.
Nah.
But you're pretty prolific with the output then, right?
Sorry?
You're pretty prolific with the output then. You have a
Well,
lot.
I do it every day. It's just like a habit, you know. Just wake up, take a shower, put on some clothes, do a beat, mess with my wife, go shopping, food shopping, go sleep. But it's other stuff I forgot to mention because, you know, we're on camera. But that's just basically what I do every day.
And you like to go fishing too, right?
I haven't been fishing in a long time. I wish I did. Well, see, in Sheffield, I don't know if...
It's hard to get a good catch in Sheffield.
Well, see, it's not a lot of water around Sheffield. It's cows and sheep. It's an industrial city, but 15 minutes from the city center, it's country. Nothing but grass and cows and sheep. I love it.
So you moved there because of the sheep and the cows?
No, because of my wife. Because I lived in New York before, and it was a big culture shock from moving to New York to Sheffield.
I can imagine, yeah.
Quite fun. I can't find anything today.
You can't find anything. You should get back into the vinyl thing then, huh?
No, it's too heavy for me.
Or maybe you've got something else that was like a classic Zanzibar tune.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. Ah, here it is. That's what I was looking for. It's like a Italian disco.
So what was that tune?
True Love, N.I.O.A. N.I.O.A. It's Italian disco master. I used to love.
And you love also the cheesy parts about it,
Everything.
Italian disco?
Oh yes, everything. I like cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese is good, especially pop cheese. Most people don't understand that. Some pop, like Britney Spears, is actually good. I take the worst part, what people don't like about that music, and draw inspiration from it.
So do you have something that was inspired by Britney Spears with you?
With me?
Yeah.
What would happen if I say yes?
We would like to hear it then, I guess.
Well, I'm going to say no.
Oh, come on.
I don't have any.
Come on.
No, I'm sorry.
Come on.
I don't have any Britney Spears.
Please.
I wish I did, but I'm
Please.
sorry. I just can't do it.
And you were speaking about labels and publishing and...
Yes.
So why don't set up a label of your own then?
I've done that, but...
What was the name of the label?
Bubble Tease Communication. Where is she? Where's my partner? I think she's N.O.I.A. Is N.O.I.A. Oh, she's there. Oh, stand up, N.O.I.A. That's my partner with Bubble Tease. So you can stand up. So people can get a little, don't be shy. Come on, don't be, there she go. There she go, there she is. Starting to do Bubble Tease. So hopefully everything will go smoothly.
So you were just starting the label now?
Yeah.
Okay. And when will be the first release then?
Actually, Moo was on Bubble Tease. That was just licensed through Output.
Mm.
So is Syclops is on Bubble Tease, and Kathy Diamond is on Bubble Tease.
Okay. So yeah, you find it hard to run a label then?
Yes.
With all the
because of the stuff I
it?
do, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much hard. That's why. Hopefully, I have help. Yeah.
And what are your favorite places in the world to play your mixture of classics and new music? I mean, are there many left that you really enjoy?
It's not that many. Manchester, it's Electric Chair. And in London, Horse Meat Disco. In Japan, Precious Hall. And the Liquid Room is nice.
And what is so good about these places? The sound system?
The sound in the crowd. When Manchester and Electric Chair, the sound is not that good, but the energy in the crowd is like nothing I've ever seen in the world. Nothing. Not even New York.
Yeah.
Could top it.
So what are they doing there then?
If they hear a song they like, it's a big net or gate, and they'll pull it down and start screaming. And you look and you see a whole big net on 500 plus people. It's mental. And if they really like the music, they'll start climbing on the lights and swing. Seriously. I've never seen that anywhere in the club, except the Electric Chair in Manchester.
So they give you a lot of love there then.
Right.
And do you have one of your current productions with you, except for the Moo and the Casey Diamond thing?
I have, yes, I have Cyclops with me.
Which is like your band, right?
Yes. I have a band, 3 musicians. If I can find it, it's in here somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe I have to start getting records so I can see.
Yeah, how do you do it in a dark club then?
Oh, I have a light.
Ah,
I have a little light right here.
that's smart. So always use a light when
Yes.
you go out with your CDs to a club.
I'm pretty compact. These are my headphones. These pretty loud.
So what are the main ingredients of a Maurice Fulton track? Bass, drums, nice keys.
That's it.
That's how you do it.
That's all. Bass. No, mostly live drums and synth sounds.
But you didn't play those drums yourself.
I sure did.
You did?
No,
No.
not at all.
And is there any, or let me put it this way, you were talking about earlier, before we started the lecture, that you think it's important to be original in what you're doing.
Yes.
What's your advice?
Because it's a lot of artists that sound like each other. And for me, it's hard to tell the difference. Like with pop stars, Britney looked like Christina. Christina looked like Pink. Pink looked like Norah Jones. Everybody look alike. Yes, she does. If Norah Jones had blonde hair, she'll look like Pink. She'll look exactly like Pink. But to me, it doesn't seem like it's a lot of originality. They all look like each other. So I'm thinking, if you be different, you'll stand out.
How to be different then?
Not do what everybody else is doing.
On purpose?
On purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's maybe not that nice then?
Well, it all depends on how it sounds. If it sounds not nice, you won't do it.
So how long did it take you to find your voice in music? I mean, you stand out.
I think Jimmy Tenor said it best.
Who is the guy from Finland, right?
Yes. He taught me, Basement Boys taught me to arrange music a certain way. Like, have the chorus first, the first verse, second verse, chorus, refrain, chorus. That was the way I was taught with the Basement Boys. But when I met Jimmy Tenor, he threw everything out the window. He told me music should be about what you feel at that time. Like if you want a verse there, put it there. Or if you want a second verse for a first verse, put it there. It's how you feel at that time.
The only rule is No rules?
No rules at all.
Questions? They will get in a microphone.
Okay.
Do you like remixing other artists?
Yes, if they sound good, yes.
Yeah. And did you remix artists you don't like?
I never did that.
Okay.
If I don't like the song or the artist, I don't bother it at all, because I have to be inspired to do the mix.
Yeah. And what is different in the creation process with remixing than your own track?
It's the same, because when I remix, it's literally I have to do another track to fit the vocals. So it's the same process, you know, sit down, smoke, get the keyboards, maybe hire a drummer or program it myself, smoke, mix it down, put it on CD, smoke, listen to it, then send it off. Yeah.
No smoking before sending it off?
Oh no, I have to go to the mail, the post.
Of course.
You don't want to be stoned to do that.
But talking about being inspired from the original artist to do a remix, you can be inspired by something you dislike also, right? Just to be inspired.
Yeah,
to
like
do it
Britney.
in another way, like Britney. Yeah.
But see, with Britney, I use that for my own tracks. I wouldn't use it for other people's remixes because they would get mad at me if I took a reference from Britney Spears.
Okay. So you never thought about one of the tracks you remix like, oh, it's utter shite, but I can make it sound nice?
No. If I don't like it, if it doesn't make me move inside my chair, wiggle my butt, then no.
No way.
No way.
There was another question.
Oh. All right.
You said your main influence was punk?
Sorry?
Punk was your main influence, you were saying?
That's what I'm doing right now. I have phases that I go through. Sometimes I go through a hip-hop phase, gospel house, ear-bleeding trance, hip-hop, country, and now I'm in the punk.
And punk, the sound of punk music or the way of working on?
Well, matter of fact, I have a punk track here. It's a new one from Moo's LP. Let me find it first. Song is titled, You Look Good and They Don't.
That's pretty far out there.
Punk.
Yeah. And,
Yes.
and how hard is it to work with someone that you're married to? I mean, a lot of fights during the process?
No,
or?
it's easy.
Yeah?
Because I do the lyrics first, read them back, and then I imagine what would it sound like with music. And then I put the music, and then I ask Moo, you know, I'll go over with her how it should be sung and just record. And there you have it. It's real easy to work with Moo.
So she's never into the process of actually making the track with you?
Oh, no. Oh, no. No, she's off, like, reading OK magazines or Heat magazines during that time, you know. Or was it you have here, N.W. next week? I picked that up yesterday because I'm getting into the junk magazine thing, you know, the Heat and OK. I find it interesting.
Yeah. I never saw that.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Ben might know it then.
Really? Refinement? Finest. Famous? Or is it real cheesy? Oh, excellent. Thank you for that.
Any more questions? Marsha? The microphone?
Oh, it's being passed around. It's
Yeah.
over that side.
I was just wondering whether Syclops were part of Mum, I Broke the Video. Oh, do you have it on you?
Do I have it on me?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay then.
It's been that's a pretty old track. Yeah.
Oh, well, you probably
sorry.
made it a while ago, but I only got it last year or something.
I'm so sorry.
okay.
I should be punished. Punish me. Punish me.
It's brilliant.
Have a punish me, okay?
I will
okay.
punish you.
We'll punish you later.
Yeah.
Okay. Up is that way, yeah. It's coming. There it is.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you play the Paris Hilton track?
Do I have that with me? That's a good question. I think I have that.
Where did you get like like with all those samples and stuff? Like it's so random, but I just love that.
No, it's no samples.
It's just where'd you get the like, chicken and I don't know. It's
That's Moo.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I wanted to like do the because I haven't heard that in a dance record
It
ever.
was so I just love it. It's so good.
Oh, thank you. I know I have it somewhere. I know it's.
I want to hear it.
But the making of that record, I wanted to create something to make people dance and laugh at the same time while they're dancing.
Certainly worked.
And that's when someone told me that they never laughed so hard and danced at the same time was a big compliment to me. It's a really big compliment to me because I think with dance songs, you should like have fun and laugh and have a good time while listening to the song. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Paris Hilton. Here it is.
So why did you call it Paris Hilton? Because
You know what? It sounded nice, because when I was writing, the shake your body, body, move your body, body, dance your body, body. And I had a writer's block. What should go after dance your body, body? Paris Hilton.
So you like her movies also? No?
No, it was just, she was on TV so much, too much. It was just an overload of Paris Hilton one time. So I just thought, why not do a song?
So house music from Chicago was also a pretty big influence on you?
Oh, yeah.
Like rhythmically?
Oh, yeah. Like Adonis, Marshall Jefferson, Vince Lawrence. Oh, yeah.
And
Stuff to shake your booty. Yeah.
And what is the new music you can draw inspiration from?
Dance music?
Yeah, except for Britney Spears now.
It's tough. It's tough with dance music, but with other types of music, like I like N.O.I.A, the R&B artist. I like Jay-Z. What else? I like LaToya, the girl that used to be in Destiny's Child that got kicked out. She has a solo. I like her. It's a lot of artists.
But dance music sounds pretty stale to you these days?
Not all. I like the Idja Boys. I like Theo Parrish. Lindstrom, Prince Thomas. What I can think of right now.
Any more questions?
Any more questions? Is the microphone
there? You just mentioned the culture shock that hit you when you moved to Sheffield, right?
Sorry?
The culture shock that hit you when you moved to Sheffield.
Yeah.
You mentioned that. Does it matter where you are
No.
for your music?
No, not
Okay.
at all. Because unless you make music outside, you know, then it would matter. But when you're in a house, it doesn't matter.
Out, like in the forest or next to the sheep?
It would matter, yes. Because then you have sheep influence. No, it really doesn't matter where you're at in the world. It's just, as long as you have a, you know, an electric cord, some speakers, you can do it anywhere. Yeah.
You proved that, right? That you can do it anywhere. You moved.
I moved a lot of different places, and as long as you have electric cord,
all
speakers, it's all good.
And your favorite place in the world then?
New York.
Yeah.
It has to be New York. Yeah. Because I never seen a city with so many different cultures and different people from other countries in one city. And plus it stays open all night. It doesn't close. I love that.
So why not moving back there?
Well, the party scene is not exciting as it is in England, because there's a lot of clubs happening in England as it is in New York. Most of the clubs in New York is very pop, so that doesn't appeal to me.
So you would have to play Britney Spears then?
Yes, I would,
Yeah.
in heavy rotation, yes.
So
Any other?
Europe is better for you to work, to be based at?
For DJing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No other questions? Oh.
Oh.
They don't want you to go smoking. That's why they keep asking all those questions.
That's all right. Bring it on.
Okay. Could you tell us how you mix your own track? Have you got a method? What's your tips for mixing?
Oh, that's easy. All right. I take each instrument like I have on here and try to add a little bit of maybe EQ, maybe delay, or maybe anything. But it takes...
Usually you use your laptop.
For mix down, yes.
Okay. No other process?
None.
Okay.
Nothing like that. It's mostly the plugins, the effect plugins, and my favorite one would have to be the spectral delay, or the Native Instruments one, this baby here. This is like my favorite delay ever invented by man. Or woman. Or whoever invented it. I blessed them. I hope that answered your question. Any more?
It's great to be doing lots of original stuff. How important is it to have a different name for each different sound you do?
I don't concern about the name. Well, like an artist name?
Yeah, you'll put certain artists will produce under 5 different names with different sound for each name. I'd like to see an artist just come out with their own name and say, hey, fuck you, I do lots of different stuff.
Well, I don't know too many people who do that, that like change their name every time they do a different production. Like I work with bands and they call themselves something different. You know, I'm still Maurice Fulton, producer.
But you still like to use monikers, right?
No, I have bands.
Oh, that's why.
They bands. Like most people think Syclops is me. It's not. It's a band that I produce. That the press just keep thinking that it's me. That's why I don't really talk to the press much.
You don't like interviews, right?
Not at all. Not at all. I get sick of hearing who, what, where, when, why, how come. I'm sick of that.
Okay. Then I'll have the cure for you. Thank you very much.